Hello everyone. In this lesson or in this recorded lecture video, I will be discussing the topic cleaning, disinfection, and sanitation practices. So this topic is very important kasi even if we have proper feeding management, maganda yung quality ng manok natin, maganda yung quality ng or strain ng manok na alagaan natin. If sanitation is poor, then there is an increased risk in the incidence of diseases, and of course eventually there will be drop or significant drop in the performance of your chickens. Okay, so it's actually when we talk of sanitation, it's yun yung silent factor na pwedeng mag-make or break yung growth performance, laying performance, mortality, and even the egg quality and overall profitability of your farm. Okay? So let us define first yung tinatawag nating cleaning. So it's a simple term we usually encounter most of the time, but let's define it technically so that we know the difference between cleaning and disinfection. And of course, later on, we will compare it with what is sanitation. When we talk of cleaning, yun yung physical removal or the mechanical removal of dirt, debris, organic material, and contaminants from surfaces. And that involves yung pagwawalis, scraping, brushing, and washing. So ginagawa natin yon to remove yung dirt, debris, and organic material. We want to reduce the number of microorganisms, pero this is more on reduction lang. Does not necessarily eliminate yung mga microorganisms or yung mga microbes. Okay? It does not guarantee killing the microbes. Now, when we talk of disinfection, this involves the use of chemicals. So it's chemical na yung method dito. Sa cleaning, mechanical, physical removal. So we use chemicals when we disinfect in order to kill or inactivate yung mga harmful microorganisms or mga pathogens that remain after cleaning. So meron akong in-emphasize dito na after cleaning because we do disinfection after we do cleaning. We do disinfection after sweeping, after brushing, after washing. Okay? So this is very important na step to control diseases and to kill yung mga microorganisms to prevent them or to prevent the pathogens from spreading. So it is very important that we have to clean first because disinfection only works kapag malinis yung surfaces. Kapag yung chemical is properly diluted and contact time is followed, and syempre yung scope or coverage of area disinfected is achieved. Okay, so proper cleaning is necessary, very important, very essential to enhance the effectiveness of disinfection. Okay, disinfectants are less effective if surfaces are dirty. So para ka lang tawag dito, nag-alcohol na hindi naghugas ng kamay or para ka lang nag-spray ng perfume na hindi naligo. Kapag diretso ka disinfection, you have to clean first before disinfection. Okay? No, now, wala ko dito sa slide na to yung sanitation, but I would like to include, no? Ano yung definition ng sanitation? So yung sanitation ay siya yung overall system which includes the two, cleaning and disinfection, plus routines, yung usual na ginagawa, schedules, waste disposal. So nag-clean ka nga, nagwalis ka nga, saan mo nilagay yung mga waste? Saan mo nilagay yung mga manure? Okay. Proper waste disposal. Biosecurity barriers, paglalagay ng foot bath, paggamit ng protective equipment, restricted entry of strangers, visitors, and monitoring and documentation. So yung sanitation, it encompasses already the cleaning and disinfection, plus the management outside that. Next, let's talk about the importance or what's the primary purpose of cleaning and disinfection. So the primary purpose is actually, so among the 5 listed here, is to break the disease cycle. So primary importance or primary purpose is disease prevention. Okay, so very important, and this is prevention because we always know that prevention is always better than cure, or prevention is always cheaper than treatment. Okay, and then improved livestock health and productivity. Of course, when we clean, when we disinfect our farms, our housing, healthy birds will thrive. No, healthy birds grow better and lay better. Okay, kapag malinis yung kulungan, malinis ang housing, malinis yung mga services, mas maganda yung growth performance, mas maganda yung feed conversion efficiency, bababa yung incidence of diseased birds, bababa yung incidence of cracked eggs, ano pa, bababa yung stress levels nila, therefore maganda yung mag-improve yung performance, growth performance, laying performance, and even the egg qualities. And so, magandang sanitation, better sanitation translates directly to our kita or profit. Next, control of parasites. Obviously, when we clean and when we disinfect, we reduce yung external parasites. Not only that, we also reduce internal parasite contamination kasi malinis yung surfaces. And ano pa, we also reduce yung area na pwedeng pangitlugan ng mga flies sa mga langaw. Okay? So we have to maintain dry surfaces. Next is yung cleaning and disinfection, part siya ng biosecurity measures. And when we talk of biosecurity, ito ay yun yung comprehensive system or set of measures that we implement to prevent the introduction at saka yung spread of diseases. So part siya yung cleaning and disinfection because that includes, yung biosecurity measures includes yung paglalagay ng malinis na footbath sa entrance, wheel bath, ano pa, vehicle sanitation, downtime also between flocks, and we want to implement strictly yung biosecurity measures kasi kung hindi natin in-implement yon, may infect yung flock. And that could compromise the entire farm. So kahit isang manok lang yung affected, that could compromise the entire flock or the entire farm. And then lastly, of course, very important is compliance with regulations. So may mga regulatory bodies that require proper waste disposal, sanitation protocols, disease control measures, and kailangan mag-comply yung mga farms dito. Kasi kung hindi, they could pay fines or pwedeng kung grabe or severe, pwedeng that their farm will be foreclosure. So mawawalan ng accreditation yung kanilang farm. So that's the importance of cleaning and disinfection. Now we move on to the what, when, where, who, and how of cleaning and disinfection. So very important that we answer all of this. So first we have what needs to be cleaned and disinfected. So lahat-lahat, no? Lahat ng areas, and that includes direct contact areas, this should be high touch. High-touch human areas, air and dust-related surfaces, and outside areas. So pag sinabi nating direct contact areas, meaning to say direct contact with the birds. Okay, yun yung flooring or yung litter material or yung litter floor, sorry. And then cages also, pen partitions, yung walls niya, feeders, waterers, drinkers, water pipes, water lines, nest boxes, lahat-lahat. Direct contact with the bird. And then for high-touch human areas naman, so yung laging hinahawakan ng worker, ng farmer, door handles, very important. Minsan nakakalimutan natin yon. Switches, switch ng light, water switch, light switch, wheelbarrow also used to deliver feeds. And then ano pa yung mga walis, brooms, shovels, and even the crates na pinaglalagyan ng manok or even yung mga ginagamit for egg collection. What else? Air and dust related surfaces, mga walls, mga posts, mga dingding, ceiling, kung merong ceiling yung housing, ano pa, fans at saka mga vents and mga cobweb areas na minsan ay nai-ignore. Next, how about outside areas? Siyempre hindi lang hindi lang doon sa location kung nasaan yung mga manok, but we also have to look at outside. So yung egg collection area, feed storage also. Kasi minsan nagkakaroon ng molds, especially kung very humid and very warm ang temperature. Farm vehicle wheels and yung ating sa area kung saan pumapasok yung mga bisita kung saan nandoon yung mga footbaths. Now, when do we clean and disinfect? Yung sanitation system has two major levels. We have the routine sanitation, yung usual sanitation na ginagawa. That means nandoon pa sa loob ng housing or sa cages yung ating mga manok. And that is usually done daily or weekly kasi nga routine siya. So meaning to say, part na siya ng system na ginagawa ng worker. And then we have here terminal sanitation, kaya sa tinawag na terminal kasi ginagawa lang natin siya after we depopulate. After nang ibenta yung mga manok or before arrival of the mga manok. Okay, so that's your routine and terminal sanitation. But we also do cleaning and disinfection at other times, especially if it's urgent. Like for example, pagkatapos ng disease outbreak, after visitors or repairs, after moving equipment from another farm, and after flooding or water damage. So who cleans? Who is responsible in the cleaning and disinfection? Lahat. So walang kinikilingan. No? Lahat ay may responsibility in terms of cleaning and disinfection. So farm worker man yan, poultry house attendants, supervisors, and managers or owners. Each of these personnel have their own responsibility in maintaining yung clean and disinfected or sanitized environment. Now, very important, how do we do the system? How do we do the step-by-step cleaning and disinfection procedure? So we have here several steps. Like we have 9 steps. No? So first is yung depopulation and preparation. Meaning to say, tanggalin, remove all the birds. Okay, so ito ay yung terminal sanitation na. So because we have to depopulate, remove all the birds doon sa farm. Lahat ng eggs, lahat ng remaining feeds na natitira doon sa feeders, lahat ng we have also to remove the waters na nag-remain doon sa drinkers or waterers, and we also have to remove yung mga equipment na nasa loob. Okay. Next, dry cleaning. Dry cleaning, we have to remove all yung mga litter materials, mga manure. We also have to sweep the floors, scrape the floors, lahat-lahat, dry cleaning. So very important kasi sa cleaning and disinfection, nauuna yung cleaning. We have to, tanggalin muna yung mga wet manure, tanggalin muna yung mga dust, air, debris, organic matter, etc. And then step 3 is soaking. It is optional pero makakatulong. Okay? Especially kapag very complex ang kailangan na cleaning and disinfection. So when we soak, we do use water plus detergent to soften the dirt. Let it sit for a period muna, wag munang i-rinse. No? Next, wet washing. Wet washing ay pareho siya sa soaking, pero sa soaking kasi is we let it sit for a period. Kaya nga siya soaking. Pero dito, sa wet washing is we use specifically yung pressure washer. But we use it we use it carefully para maiwasan na masira din yung mga equipment, and we want to avoid that the feeders, the drinkers, walls, and floorings are masira. Very important yung wet washing, paggamit ng pressure washer, kasi even yung mga kasuluk-sulukan ay naaabot. Next, step 5 is rinsing. So tapos na tayo sa dry cleaning, soaking, wet washing. The next step is to rinse para matanggal lahat ng mga detergent residue na naipon during cleaning. And of course, kailangan na tanggalin or mabanlawan yung mga surfaces because yung presence ng mga detergents na ginamit natin reduces the effectiveness of the disinfectant that we use. And then next is disinfection. So yung dry cleaning na part, soaking, wet washing, and rinsing, those are parts of cleaning. So after cleaning, ay sunod na yung disinfection. Okay, so i-dilute na natin yung disinfectant na gamitin natin. We apply evenly, depende kung ito ay in the form of spraying or foaming, depende sa product na gagamitin. Ano pa? Ensure contact time, meaning to say we want to make sure na we want to let it sit properly, gaya ng soaking kanina. Ano pa, cover all surfaces, not only floor. So lahat ng mga high touch areas, lahat ng mga direct contact areas ay i-disinfect natin. And then step 7, drying. Pagtapos na yung disinfection, we have to let the house dry completely. Okay, we want a dry housing, dry cages, lahat ng mga gagamitin, equipment and facilities should be dry. And then we also want to have proper ventilation kasi kung basa pa yung cages, basa pa yung feeders, housing, waterers, that encourages the growth of fungi, growth of molds, growth of pathogens. So wala ding silbi yung cleaning and disinfection na ginagawa natin kung we do not allow the equipment, the facilities, the housing to dry completely. And then, step 8, yung tinatawag nating downtime or rest period, kailangan merong specific number of days, sometimes weeks or months yung inaalaw na downtime or rest period ng mga farms kasi or ng mga farms bago sila bumili ulit or mag-restock or mag-repopulate. And then step 9, last step is to reset up and pre-placement check. So, chine-check nila ulit kung malinis na ba, disinfected na ba lahat ng mga surfaces at mga facilities doon sa farm. Okay, so kumbaga, i-check kung working ba, gumagana ba yung mga disinfected na equipment and facilities, particularly yung mga feeders, automated waterers, ano pa, mga water lines, foot bath, etc. So they have to make sure that everything na kailangan ay ready bago dumating yung mga chicks. So that is the how of cleaning and disinfection. Now we move to the do's and don'ts of cleaning and disinfection. First, do's. We have to always follow yung instruction na nakalagay doon sa manufacturer ng disinfectant. Kasi kung hindi mo susundin, yung concentration, yung contact time, yung dilution rate ay hindi rin effective yung disinfectant. Next is wear protective gear tulad ng mga yon, gloves, masks, boots also para ma-protect yung sarili mo din sa chemical exposure and contamination. And then third, clean thoroughly before disinfecting. Palagi natin itong mini-mention dito sa lesson na to because yung effectiveness ng disinfectant ay hindi natin ma-achieve kung hindi malinis bago ka nag-apply ng disinfectant. Okay? What else? Fourth is we use approved disinfectants kasi hindi lahat ng chemicals ay safe at saka effective for poultry environments. Another is we have to maintain regular cleaning schedules. So hindi lang siya after or between flocks, hindi lang terminal sanitation, kundi we have to be doing routinary sanitation. And then lastly is clean and disinfect equipment. Hindi lang yung housing. We also have to clean and disinfect yung mga feeders, drinkers, at saka yung mga tools na ginagamit natin. Kasi even these materials or even this equipment, they carry pathogens tulad ng sa dingding at saka mga walls at saka mga floorings. Next, yung mga don'ts naman is number 1, very important, never mix. Don't mix disinfectants. So, mas lalong nare-reduce yung effectiveness ng disinfectant when we combine them, actually. no? And it can also produce harmful fumes. Maaring pangit yung magiging combination and could pose hazards or risks doon sa farm mo. Next, do not use the same tools for different tasks. That's a basic principle, no? Kasi maaring magkaroon ng cross-contamination and that cross-contamination can spread pathogens from one area to another. Ano pa? Do not overuse disinfectants kasi um, kapag incorrect yung concentration, meaning to say, kulang yung dilution mo, can damage yung equipment, can also be hazardous to you. It can also be hazardous for the birds and that can increase costs as well kasi sobra-sobra yung disinfectant na nilagay mo. And costly yon for the farm. So on this part, more disinfectant is actually not better. It mas papangit yung magiging result. Number 4, do not skip drying. Do not skip drying surfaces kasi, yung sinabi ko earlier, moist environments promote the growth of bacteria, mga microorganisms, and will eventually reduce effectiveness of the disinfectant. Then fifth, never or do not disregard ventilation. You want to make sure na proper yung airflow kasi that protects the farmers from fumes and helps surfaces na mag-dry din properly. Then lastly, do not, please disregard itong clean and disinfect. Hindi ko siya na-delete sa previous slide. So yun yung 5 don'ts of cleaning and disinfection. Please delete and disregard this last item. And then lastly, we have to talk also about the common mistakes that we commit, no, when we do cleaning and disinfection. Sometimes we skip dry cleaning, ano. So ito yung mga usual. Number 1, skipping dry cleaning. Kasi kung hindi mo tatanggalin yung mga litter material, mga organic matter first, hindi mag-work yung disinfectant. Common mistake also, not cleaning the ceilings dahil nga mataas masyado. Not cleaning the walls also. Hindi lang naman sa floor, nag-i-stay yung mga pathogens. Pathogens also stay sa ceilings at saka walls. Ano pa? Number 3, common mistake is we disinfect too quickly. So there should be no rush when we clean and disinfect. Kasi kailangan ng mga disinfectants ng proper contact time din para they are effective. Okay? Next, another mistake is wrong dilution. Yung hindi ba natin binabasa yung manufacturer's instructions before even diluting. Okay? Before adding water to the disinfectant. Kung masyadong mababa or kung weak yung dilution rate, ano mangyayari? It won't kill pathogens, no? Kung too strong naman, it increases yung costs kasi maraming nagamit na disinfectant. Next, pwede ring madamage yung mga surfaces. Another common mistake is using dirty tools for clean areas. So, ang pangit, di ba? We use dirty tools like walis. Ano pa? One common is walis, brush for clean areas. So, we are just spreading contamination instead of preventing it kapag ganun yung ginagawa natin. Another common mistake, no drying period. So, pareho lang siya sa nauna kanina. Foot bath, not maintained. Usually, ang finofocusan lang natin ay yung doon sa housing, sa loob ng housing, sa flooring, sa feeders, sa waters. But we also have to maintain our foot bath. Kasi yung kumbaga, doon ang entrance Yun yung entry. So basically, useless ang clean and disinfected housing, mga facilities and equipment kung sa entrance pa lang ay madumi na or hindi na siya disinfected. Okay? Another common mistake is equipment moved between houses without disinfection, tulad ng mga ginagamit natin na pambuhat ng feeds, mga wheelbarrow, ganyan. Ano pa? And then lastly, walang written schedule or walang accountability. So, especially kung marami kayong workers doon sa farm. You have to create a schedule. Sino maglilinis at this particular period, at this particular day. Kasi kung no one is responsible or kung walang written schedule, walang accountability. And if no one is responsible, sanitation becomes inconsistent. So, ang sanitation kasi, di ba sabi natin, it's a comprehensive system of cleaning, disinfection, and proper management. So, kung nag-fail ang sanitation, magkakaroon ng poor performance yung ating mga manok, which would lead to lower profitability. So, affecting our profitability doon sa farm. So that ends my discussion for the cleaning, disinfection, and sanitation practices. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you learned something.